we will open the meeting tonight. I'll read tonight's agenda. This is the Select Board Water Commissioner agenda for the meeting tonight, June 28th of 2021. Under new business, we're going to meet with Robert Fletcher, the town attorney, about Missisquoi Hydro. Approve meeting minutes, approve road cut for Cody West, sign some warrants. Seth Cattell might stop in here. And old business, we're still hashing around the firearm ordinance, but I think that'll probably be on hold till next meeting when we have some.
It'll be on hold till after next meeting, yeah.
Okay. All right, I guess we can start with you, Mr. Fletcher.
Should we go into, make a motion to go into executive?
Oh, okay. We will do this under executive session. Get a second on that?
Yeah, I'll second it.
All right. Okay, we are back at our regular meeting. I'll take a motion to come out of executive session.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive.
All right,
I'll second it.
seconded. We are out of executive session. We discussed the Missisquoi Hydro ongoing process with our town attorney and haven't come to any conclusions yet. So we need to sign some warrants, I guess. Start with that one. I'll read the meeting minutes from the previous meeting. These are the meeting minutes from June 14th. Opened the meeting at 7:39. Present was Stephen Dodd, Joseph Dunleavy, Nick Norris, David Plubit, Nancy West, Natalie and Alexander
Wojcinski, I think it is.
Walensky. Okay. They came in, wanted to discuss options of having the Lehue Farm Road a town highway. As it is now currently a private road. Steve and David discussed talking to the town of Swanton regarding the road. Only 2 of the current 12 properties are in the town of Sheldon. Told them they would call them back as soon as we heard or let them know we were working on it. Nick had brought up an email from Nohea King regarding the rec area at the school. Nohea was pleased to hear we had some money budgeted and will send us a priority list and Nick will forward it to the board. David mentioned that he spoke to Hubert. The mill will be fixing a leaking line that taps into our hydrant. Hubert had mentioned the hydrant also is leaking. I asked the board if we would want to fix the leak, as it was the best time to do so while we're already digging up the outside by an outside contractor. Nick made a motion to fix the hydrant, seconded by Dave, and all in favor. Nick mentioned the firearm discharge ordinance and discussed bringing in some help from outside sources to see if any ordinance is necessary or if we can lean on law enforcement to follow state laws. I suggested getting the Sheriff's Department, Fish and Game, and Vermont State Troopers to our meeting on the 12th of July. And Joe is going to send them an invite to the meeting. Nancy West was here to discuss an extension in the sidewalk planning grant, and we'll be conducting the town survey online as well as printed to gauge interest in sidewalk project going forward and to get any suggestions from the town members. I had mentioned that it may be easier in some areas to widen the road for a bike pedestrian path so that the plows could easily maintain during the winter season. Nancy also mentioned a meeting with Nancy Patch at the town forest on the 21st at 6 p.m. Nancy also wanted to revisit having the town put crosswalks in from the sidewalk to the town clerk's office, as well as across Bridge Street by the Historical Society or rail trail. David made a motion to appoint Kim and Steve as point of contact for COVID relief recovery funds, seconded by Nick. Then we sign warrants. I don't have any warrant numbers on there at the time, but Sign fleet permits, I read the minutes from May 24th. Nick motion to accept is read, seconded by David, and all in favor. At 8:40, Joe made the motion to adjourn, seconded by David, and all in favor. Take a motion to accept these minutes as read.
I'll make the motion.
Alright,
I'll second it.
alright, must be everyone's in favor then, 'cause that's the three of us. I'll sign it. We have a application for road cut permit for Cody West on 2683 Cattell Road. It's lot 2, Jeff and Debbie Cattell's subdivision there. So I've got a signature from Seth Cattell, who's already looked at it, says it doesn't need culverts because it's on the lower side of the road. Anybody have any issues with that going in? There it is. You've seen it, must be.
Where's
Look
that?
at, on East Sheldon Road, you know where Jeff and Debbie Cattell's
Yep.
little farm is, just before that Cody
Oh, okay.
lots there.
Is that where they're putting fixing the culverts to, or just?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
They put he had asked me if they could put, conduit under the road to, put his power
Oh,
across.
that's right, yeah.
And, they were going up there the next day to dig anyways, Todd was.
Seth
They
would just
told
bill them.
Told Seth just to keep track of all the time they use and all the materials, and we're gonna send them a bill for that.
That must be between the, Cattell and the Kings right there, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Will that be a shared drive between the houses, or is that the big, for the house that they're building right now?
he's building a shop right now.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
then he's gonna drive past it to get to his house, I guess. Not building the house till next year by the sound.
Gotcha.
Right, just one curb cut there.
Correct.
Yeah,
I think Cody bought both
one
lots.
curb cut for the 3 lots down through there, cause that's the way it was in the subdivision. If we don't have any issues with that, I'll sign that.
Yep.
What else did I see?
There was another form in there, Steve, for the power company. Once they
This
did
one right
Cody's.
here.
Town road, right away occupancy request. None of it's filled out, where, it's for,
Is one of them filled? I think one of them is filled out.
locate poles, guys, wires within the road right away of East Sheldon Road.
Yes, that's it.
Where's the attached sketch?
I didn't have a sketch.
You didn't have one, okay. Are they putting poles on East Sheldon Road, you know?
They're not, that's for Cody's. That's for Cody's underground.
Oh, this is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that's the letter they needed filled out. Okay. Alright,
Hey, Seth.
hey Seth.
How's everything going?
Good.
Good.
You know what the address is there at that curb cut?
We don't have it yet. As
You
soon as we
don't
get
have
the
it.
road
Okay.
cut, he'll make.
So I can just put East Sheldon Road?
Isn't one already filled out?
Just like that.
Yeah. Yes. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I just put in, I don't know the exact address, but I just put East Sheldon.
Yeah, it just says East Sheldon Road, so
Yeah.
that's shown in the attached sketch,
But I don't have a sketch.
so I don't need this one.
Well, Seth might be able to draw us a sketch.
So, uh,
I don't think we have any.
Nope. Good. That's the other there.
I think that's it.
Coordinates. Alright. So where are you at with the paving stuff?
I think the crew's working on, down on Route 7, Georgia, so they said they'll be up after that job.
So what are they
2
thinking?
weeks probably.
Middle of July?
Yeah, middle of July, like they said.
Middle to the end of July?
Yeah.
Nice and cool, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you already do the culverts on Mason Road?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out good. They haven't settled at all, so cross our fingers.
Yeah.
What was under that one that was sinking on you? Just
Road sand.
sand?
Road sand, that wasn't really packed that good. So, we did our best.
How deep do you have to go to?
Well, we just did the top of the culvert. We didn't actually dig a culvert back
Oh,
out.
you didn't take the
No.
culvert back up?
So, I mean, we went down, had it been down like 30 inches or so.
Did you guys get back up on Pond Road there and pick up those little culverts?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went by, it was like, I think it was the day after you guys got done.
Yeah.
That stuff was still there. I figured you were.
Someone beat us to some of them, the steel ones.
All right.
Yeah. Oh.
Scrap metal.
Yeah. And then we took there was 2 good plastic ones, we saved those, and we brought back a half a truckload of steel ones.
Yeah.
And Huber,
I noticed-
Huber had someone lined up for one of those 3-footers. And then of course Jeff took his or whatever up there on New Sheldon Road, so.
Yeah.
I noticed there's a few steel ones missing one morning.
Oh, yeah.
That weren't missing the night before.
Huh, yeah, we're gonna get on them, then of course we continued on, so.
Yeah.
We didn't have a chance until that next week.
That worked out good working with Tom.
Yeah, went smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it all done.
Kitchen looks good too.
Yeah, certain spots needed it more than others. And hopefully it'll be an improvement.
Haven't heard anybody looking for work?
No.
Do we want to run that ad?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Normally takes about 2 months. Well, you collect them for a couple weeks. Then we have a meeting, we pick a few that we like to interview, we interview them. By the time we make an offer, it's 2 months down the road, so.
Yeah.
Thinking it'd be good to get somebody once they get laid off from
Yeah.
construction, but
Yeah.
now it seems like they're working till November, December, and there are a lot of times
Yeah.
on projects. And
Preferably a younger guy.
Younger guy?
Younger guy or an older retired guy that just wants to plow, help us out with plowing or whatever.
Yeah.
We can probably handle it in the summertime. Someone that gets laid off or something maybe. Try to stay away from those military guys.
The what?
Those military guys.
Yeah.
Everyone I work with, it wasn't too weird.
Yeah, we probably should start thinking about that, see what comes up out of the pool.
Yep.
Big pool
Doesn't,
these
doesn't
days.
mean we have to take anybody.
No.
We can throw the pole out there and see what comes up. What you guys doing in this hot weather?
It's not bad. We had to run chainsaw today, not by choice. There was a tree down on Rice Hill that was halfway across the road. Someone called in, I don't know when it happened, but,
Wind blew pretty good yesterday.
or this morning too, I don't know, couldn't have been there for that long, because it was in a real bad spot.
No,
Yeah.
it was just when we started
Yeah,
calling.
yeah, it couldn't have been there that long, yeah. Yeah, so we jumped right on that, and we checked our culverts this morning, make sure those are all cool.
Yeah.
We cut some brush on the side of someone's driveway on Woods Hill Road and checked out a good place to mark out a 40-mile-an-hour sign down there. Changed oil in the backhoe today, greased it.
Yeah.
Which road are you putting the 40-mile-an-hour sign on?
Yeah,
What's
Can
that?
be- Is it always,
I don't know, is it 40 or 50?
I believe it's 50.
50, yeah, 50, my bad.
Yeah.
50.
Seems pretty dry down the road here since you put that
Yeah.
stone in, huh?
Yep.
Okay, man.
Cross our fingers on that too. And we dropped off a fire hydrant down the corner. We got out of a bad water leak that could have, I was dreading of doing it and it ended up being a nose problem, so they actually started digging on that today.
Oh, did they?
And
Did
then-
you doing that?
Yeah, good news doing that. So he closed down this small sort of section of Shawville Road, and because it's kind of on a bad spot right down the corner, and
Yeah.
we went down there, but there's really nothing we could do. They had it under control. But
So
tomorrow they're going to be tackling that, putting that hydrant in on the church lawn right there. So that'll save us digging through those lines too. And
So they're gonna dig it out, you guys gotta go set it in?
yeah, we dropped it off down there and talked it over with them.
Yeah. Where do you get those hydrants? First?
Hubert got that down to Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Yeah. They're not cheap, though. It's like
Nothing,
Yeah.
I look at the cost of pipe right now, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the culverts, and that I priced around 3 different places, but
Yeah.
it turns out, all these big companies, they all have state bid pricing. It comes out like the end of June every year, or the end of May. It comes out the end of May, so they're all exact same price. And it's all like free delivery and stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I called Webb's because that was gonna be my first choice, and Fairfield beat us to it by like a day, and they bought everything they had. So I had to go with Johnson, and I had to go with Ferguson. Between the two of them, we got what we needed.
Did Johnson Hardware drop them off?
Yeah.
I saw them going by.
Yeah. That was plus we used we had some sitting out back from previous few years. So.
Do I take from the bridge and culvert fund for these culverts, or is it that just big culverts we do? But are some of those gonna be under the better
Yeah.
back?
Better
I
back
thought we were
roads.
gonna charge them all to it.
All?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's set on the sheets, they're all coated as better back roads.
Yeah, that's what I think because we're gonna need, we have quite a bit of grant money to use up, so.
Yep. Yep.
I haven't added it all up yet, but that's sit down the next rainy day or whatever and add
Yeah, 'cause with that I can submit.
Yeah, add all of our hours up and stuff.
Yeah, get a total together too for Cody West. There for
Yeah.
that. We'll get that done.
I
He was
put that
asking-
down.
Yeah, I gave it to Kim
I think
there.
it's
Oh, yeah, you got it.
It's $960.
How much?
960? No,
$60.
900.
Oh, 90, yeah, okay.
$60.
Yeah, yeah, that's, you got it that easy enough, right?
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be like 1,600.
We can look at it tomorrow, come over.
Okay.
yeah. Just make sure you got everything in it, so.
Yeah.
Pete was happy we did it anyways, so.
Yeah.
So just the time savings is a big thing for them.
Yep.
But the money difference too, to set a pole there, it was gonna
Yeah.
be between 4 and 5 grand. So.
Probably put it in no road anyway.
So what's, how much sand you need for this winter?
Not a whole lot, I think usually it's, we get 1,500 yards, I believe, but we don't need anywhere near that this year.
Yeah,
We'll probably bring that 800 maybe and see what that looks like.
yeah.
But figure that we could do that in August or something,
Yeah,
because I don't think they have whole sand stuff. They haven't really started distributing it yet, so might as well wait to get the fresh stuff.
yeah,
The drier the better early anyway.
Yeah.
Not that it's not that dry right now.
good job doing it, it's hot though.
Yeah, exactly.
The AC on, go
Yep.
for a ride.
Yep.
Trucks are all set.
Yeah,
Doing well.
Jim's bringing his down tomorrow and getting inspected down at Fleet Pride.
Yeah,
It's due with, I didn't realize it's due with it this month. The new one's not until October.
yeah.
I have it here. I'll take a look at it after.
Any questions for us right now?
Guess, the 1 ton there, it might, I don't know what the budget was on that this year, but the 2015, it's gonna need, if we decide, we're gonna decide to keep it, right, so it's gonna need probably more than what the budget is budgeted for. It's gonna need, 16 tires and probably some brakes and it needs some, has electrical issues with a plow and sander. And neither Jim or I have a high point of electrical,
No, but if we do decide to keep it, maybe we could send it out and get
yeah,
it fixed right.
yeah, it's like
Or-
the plugins are all worn out because they've been plugged together too many times.
So we get a whole new harness.
The
for
headlights
all
have
that.
an issue, they don't, I don't know, keeps blowing like fuses or something.
Probably get a whole new harness for
Yeah, it goes through like the old plows, it's kind of a funky deal, but
I think it's just the Fisher headset. Probably.
yeah, yeah,
Champlain
it goes through
Valley.
that, yeah, and we replaced that, and that's a piece of cake, but it popped it like twice last year. Or actually 3 times. It's like $40, but it's still, it burns it out, so I don't know if it's grounded out or something.
Should've kept that sliding sander we had for that pickup. Just slid that in the back
Yeah.
of there for the amount you sand with that thing.
Yeah,
Cause you just do like parking lots and
right,
stuff with it.
just do
anyway.
here and the fire station.
Well, I'll have to ponder on it. Maybe you could, put a list together, everything it needs,
Yeah,
so we can get kind of an estimate and weigh the difference, whether it's worth spending money fixing it or if
Yeah.
it's just better off. I mean, they're paying
Yeah.
stupid
I mean,
money.
it's
They're
decent.
paying stupid money
Yeah.
for used trucks right now, but
Yeah,
new
then
ones,
again, yeah,
new ones are probably expensive too, I guess,
then
so,
the fact that they have to set it all up too,
yeah,
it's gonna take time, I don't know if we're in a lineup, I
yeah,
may not have time this year.
yeah.
How's the cap on that?
It's
Is
good,
it
it's
less
solid,
than
yeah,
it?
no, we've been undercoating it and, we've kept up with it. there's a little bit of rust on the tailgate of where it sits in the salt or the, you know, the sand or whatever, but that's about it. Other than that, solid. It's a good truck, really.
I wonder if Corey Johnson or Tori Reed might take a look at it, as far as the electrical.
Yeah, Tyler'd be a good one to deal with that
Yeah.
stuff like that. He's pretty sharp,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, you could look at it and tell you whether it's worth, you know, getting a whole new wire and harness or whether it's something that could be fixed. Put new plugins or whatever on, but wiring problems can be miserable.
Yeah, especially when you need it the most. That doesn't ever happen until you actually need it, you know.
Yeah. That new Kubota we got there, they thought it was a computer on that, had it down there, and then they were tracing wires, and they found a connector that was bad, I
Yeah.
guess, and of course you couldn't run the darn thing, it'd run in an idle, it was in, you know, safety mode or whatever there. So, and that's brand new, you know, this
Yeah.
thing's been plowing and stuff,
Yeah.
but,
That's the thing, it only has like 55,000 on it,
yeah,
but they're more like 100 miles.
yeah.
I mean, we got the best out of it. It was here quite a few, 3 or 4 years before I got here, so.
Yeah,
With the 2012, we plowed quite a bit with that. I mean, when it was.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I've
we
heard
got a
they
truck
plowed
there.
holes with it before, when
Yeah,
one of the big trucks goes down.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, if you get a minute, make a list of everything it needs there,
yeah,
and I guess you could make a few calls if you want on new ones to see what availability and like time-wise, whether they think they could squeeze it in before winter or not,
Yeah.
and then we can look at both options, and might be a good year to put a little money into that and get another year or two out of it.
yeah. Yeah, other than that, it's been going smooth.
But,
Lanes. Just trying to get caught up on some small stuff this week, probably that we didn't get to the last few weeks.
so when they come in to pave, they'll do they'll prep it and stuff. they'll
Yeah,
sweep
they
it,
sweep
They
it,
do
yeah.
all that stuff, so.
We might cut there's some spots that are still rough, we might touch up tomorrow or something up here. I asked the guy if they wanted us to like cut them out down to, like, take a few inches off, but he said just leave them flat.
Yeah,
Especially on Mishi Road, cause it's getting shinned and top, there's 2 coats going on it, so.
yeah,
That was the guy from Whitcomb that wanted
Yeah.
us to dug down to the,
Yeah, he said no, just leave them alone, as long as they're not humped up at all.
no kidding.
It's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Just you.
send these meeting minutes. Good renewal. Well, you might as well sign that too, you're the road commissioner. Fill out the rest of that and get it back to them. Alright, we got anything else to deal with tonight?
I think so.
Alright, I'll take a motion to adjourn the meeting for the evening.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Alright. Guess we're adjourned.